I had a paid for, and in fact, I had a full ride, and the vice president of, back then it was Blue Cross and Shield, had offered me a full-time job. If I stayed in Cleveland. I didn't want to stay in Cleveland. So I turned down the job, I turned down the scholarship, and I went got me some debt. Now you tell me which one makes more sense. But that was because I didn't want to accept this, because I didn't think it was all that. That's what I'm trying to get across to you, that we have to start looking at our motives, our expectations, why we do what we do. Can we humble ourselves, right? Take something lesser. Is this a want or is this a need? Maybe we're in an apartment right now and it's okay. But there's really nothing wrong with being in the apartment. You don't have kids, right? You have a lot of grown in the place. Yeah, come on. You don't have to worry about shoveling snow. You don't have to worry about the water bill. You don't have to fix the furnace. You don't have to do any of those things. All you do is pay the rent. And pay your own utilities. What's so bad about that?
That's right.
This is why I say we got to challenge ourselves. We got to get to the real heart of it. Now, if you need a house because you've outgrown some things, then we'll talk about how you prepare for those things a little better than what we do prepare, because a lot of times we don't prepare. And we try to jump into something we haven't got ready for it, right? But I want to challenge you to start thinking about, do I really need these things? Do I really need to make this? Do I need a new car? Or do I just want a car? Oh, let me hit you where you really are. Do I need that iPhone? Come on, y'all. Y'all see this right in the phone? Y'all see this right in the phone? I had this phone for 3 years. It ain't going nowhere. The only way I'm going to switch this phone out is if it explodes in my hand. You know what we do? I gotta get the new iPhone. I gotta get the new iPad. I gotta get the new shoes. Why do we have to do it? Paul says, if we have what we need to eat, what we need to wear, if we have places, if we have those things, then we should find it. We should be content. But a lot of times our desires get beyond that. All right, a lot of times our desires get beyond that. So this is where I want you to really focus. That I want you to pay most attention to your desires. All right? Amen. Okay. I thought I saw a hand go up when I was talking.
Right here. Oh, you answered it, but I know there's some other questions I want to ask you, so I asked you later.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about, so as we can approach our attack. I put some links up here because I think these are websites you can go to and start doing some homework, your own personal work. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I do personally. But one thing you need to do is a budget. How many of you have a budget? Show of hands. Put your hands up high. How many of you have a budget? How many of you have a budget that's actually written out? So it's a written out budget. Good. What's that? You have one? Now, that's my next question. How many of you have a budget that you actually follow? Okay. Right. Good. Now, for those of you who have a budget that you follow, I'm going to ask you a question. Why?
Because it keeps me where I'm supposed to be.
And where are you supposed to be?
Where I'm trying to get to. How can I put it this way? I'm trying to always stay out of debt.
Okay, so your goal is to stay out of debt. Okay, how about you?
My goal is the same way that his, to try to stay out of debt because I'm looking forward to my retirement.
Looking forward to retirement. How about you?
And mine is the same. I am retired, so I have to set a budget in order for me to be able to be comfortable in my living.
Okay, let's give you company, yes.
I'm retired also, but other than my house, I want to be debt free in 3 years.
You want to be debt for 3 years. So my point is that, yes.
And also to build a nest egg for a security blanket in case something happens.
Okay. So the reason why I bring this up is because of, yes.
I was going to add to, with me, I still might have a budget, not all the way. Reason I said that is that I am retired. I just lost my husband, so everything falls on me. With everything falling on me, God has blessed in such a manner that He has everything set in order. But I want to follow what God has set forth for me. And also in doing that, don't get any more bills, don't get any more debts. Make sure everything is paid and paid on time. And I already have a nest egg set aside for all my grandchildren. That's already done. Because why? I have a will. And all that is set in place for them. So if God calls me home today, they're set. Because, you know, that's what my husband wanted and I wanted. So this time I decided to go ahead and go with it. And as a black people, we need to look into that too.
Yeah.
Leave a legacy for our children.
Yeah,
It is not all about us.
Yes, that's awesome. It's amazing. Yes. Jen. Okay. So, yes. So ultimately, what I want you to do, for those of you who don't have budgets, or maybe those of you who haven't, don't really follow it. Number one, the key reason for a budget is you have a goal you're trying to accomplish. So you try to do a budget without a goal, it's not going to stick. It's just going to be like beating yourself for no reason. Right? I mean, you just walk around and just slap yourself for no reason. You don't do those kind of things, right? And so a budget, you're disciplining yourself for what? So ultimately, you have to have a goal. What are you trying to do? I want to get out of debt, some folks said, or some people said, I want to have a nest egg. Or some people say, I'm preparing for my future. Or I'm already in my twilight years and I want to be comfortable. You have to have a goal when you create a budget. That's number one. It sounds real basic. It sounds almost silly for me to talk about it. But I never go into a room where I don't realize that people don't understand that. You have to have a goal. And it has to be a concrete goal. Specific. By this time, I want to be out of debt.
Question, how many months should we have a savings for survival? Say
Sure.
that everything stops and we get nothing else in. How many months
The
ahead?
rule of thumb is 6 months.
Okay.
Some say a year. I've heard some are more aggressive, say you should have at least a year. And now typically they say that because within a year you should be able to get back on track. Now, if that's not the case, then you probably need to look differently, right? So if, for instance, you get laid off and you're looking to find another job, 6 months. If you get sick, as far as something happens to you physically, then a year. But if something happens where you're never able to go back to work, you may have to have a different plan. So that it's depends on your situation, but rule of thumb, 6 months or a year. And for some of us, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not there at a year. It's not there yet. Working towards it, not there. All right? But that's rule of thumb. All right. So once you create your budget and you have your goal, then you need to exercise it. And typically what you want to try to do in that budget is to create a spending plan and a savings plan at the same time. You want to create a spending plan and a savings plan. And I'll give you an idea, I'll show you what I do. There's other websites, great websites that you can go to, where they actually walk you through step by step how to do it for yourself. You also should use your budget to critique how you've been doing. So I set my budget for X. At the end of the year, did I hit X? Did I go over or under? And if so, why? So it's one of the things that I always do. Every year I look at the budget and say, I said I was going to do this. And now, if I get to the end of the year, I didn't do it. Now I have to ask myself, why? Do I need to change my goal? Is it just too aggressive? And I can't reach it? Or am I just lazy? Right? Or am I just undisciplined? Right? And so I use that budget every year to say, what do I need to tweak about me? Or what do I need to tweak about them? Okay? And then once I looked at that, I have to make some concrete decisions about it. And they need to be realistic. I want to save $1,000 every year. Right? If that's realistic and you look at it and you hit it, great. Now maybe I want to tweak it a little bit. I want to save $1,200 a year. I want to save $1,000 and you only save $5. You may get a change your goal. Let me come down to 500 because I can't do 1,000, but I can do 500. Right? Or you may just say, look, I was just being horrible. Right? I can do this. gotta make some decisions, you gotta use that budget as a tool to do that. Okay, that makes sense? Alright, so, and then finally, once you've done that, you should also use your budget to find, for those of you who are trying to get out of debt, use a budget to find extra money. Sometimes you gotta sit and look at, what do you spend? Sometimes we don't even realize that. You know, you go to work and you may go get a sandwich, or go do this, or everybody in the office is going out for that, you chip in for donuts, and before you know it, you spent $100 that way.
Most of the time, people do the opposite. They use the budget to find extra spending money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in a place where you can do that, that's great. But what I'm saying is, for those of you trying to get out of debt, use your budget to find out how I can start chipping away at life. Right? You've got to look at it. You've got to write it down. I can't stress that enough. It doesn't make sense to have a budget in your head, because it gets cloudy up there. What does the scripture say? Write the vision, what? And make it plain, so that he who runs can read it. Make it plain. You got to be able to look at it. If you want to be able to do something, you got to be able to see it. Right? And so I'll give you an example of some of the things that I do. But here are two great sites that you can go to. Everydollar.com, that's a Dave Ramsey thing. So for those of you who are interested, it goes there, walking you creating a budget. It's free, right? It kind of talks you through, these are the things that you are doing. I highly recommend you do that if you don't have a budget and you want to get started. It's very easy, right, to do. Just get in there and sort of put things in. You'll be able to get a picture of where you're at, right? Another one is mint.com. So Mint kind of attaches to your bank account, and as you do things, it kind of shows you, oh, you spent this, you spent that, this year you spent, this week you spent this much on groceries, this week you spent this much. And even I think, I bank in Huntington, and they have an application that does it right for you. So either way, I don't think there's any excuse for us not to have a budget, right? Even if you're doing great, right? You've exceeded all expectations, you're doing well, you got tons of money in the bank, everything's going well, I still recommend you have a budget. Because things happen, right? Life happens. And before you know it, you're in a place where, well, how did I get here? Right? So I recommend, even if things are great, you should still have a budget. You should still look at what comes in, what goes out, how you use it. Okay? Any questions on that? So you all have the handouts, right? So you can go to that site, look at that. Next is debt management. For those of you who are struggling and have problems with debt, I don't care if you make this much or that much, I highly recommend that you create a debt elimination plan. Right? What is the debt elimination plan? There's a couple steps to it, and again, I'll show you what I do. A couple steps to it. You determine which debts you need to eliminate first. So, well, first of all, you got to list them. You know, and sometimes we don't want to come to that reality. That we are in a bad place. Sometimes we don't want to, you just don't want to come to Jesus moment that you look at how much you owe and you say, what have I done? Right? You created a Frankenstein. So first thing you got to do is put them all down. Right? Here are all the debts. I will categorize them as long-term, anything over a year, right? Some that you have to pay over a year, and short-term, and then day-to-day. I will categorize it. So anything that you owe for, long-term could be house, car, student loans, right? More current could be something like utility bills. You may have some back utility bills that you got old ones. I will put those in that list. Right? I will do those. Right? Credit cards. I will put those in there. I will put the amount. Right? I will do those, and then I would have the day-to-day. Right? I owe really $25. I borrow $5 from my daughter. You might not think that, but I'm gonna do that. She owe me anyway, right? I would do that. I will categorize your debts, and then once you categorize them, start saying, well, which ones can I take care of? After I've done my budget, I should be able to see what's free. I should be able to see how much do I really have available to be able to attack these things at a level. And the next thing is called snowballing. Snowballing means once you pay off one debt, the money that you were using to pay that one,
Yeah, that's what they do next.
right? Just put it, you just start moving it, right? You can still go, right? That's the next thing. Then finally, once you started doing that, you can start accelerating your payments. And again, well, I'll give you an example of what I have, but you'll be able to do these on each one of these sites. Everyday Dollar has an example of how you can do that. You can do those on your own, all right? Finally, taxes. Yes, question?
It's good to consolidate. Say like you got a lot of bills, put them all in one, you can't. Is it good to consolidate? Just to have one, you know, go to a consolidated agency, put all your bills together, let it.
So, depending on what side of the fence you're on, consolidation is bad. For some folks, they say it's a good thing, depending on what your situation is. I take the position of this. If you can consolidate and reduce your interest, it's a good deal. If you can't, it doesn't make sense. So for instance, you got 10 bills, 9% interest on one, 5% interest on another, 10% on another, 13 on this one. So the average of those probably come around 11 to 12%. You get into the do debt consolidation, they charge you an upfront fee, right? You have to consider that as part of the interest.
That's right.
Right? And then they're gonna have interest on yours as well. For the most part, most of the time, it's just not worth it. It's really better for you to tackle these on your own, right? Deal with it. Again, like I say, unless you got something that's so crazy interest rate, 30%, 40%, and you can consolidate it down to 10%, that makes sense. Right? But if that's not the case, I would try to stay away from it. Yes.
I got a question as far as paying your debt off. Like, is it good to like say I can't afford it. I know I didn't put myself in a predicament, but how I got myself back established, I let it go to collections, I let them call me. So I was there saying, $1,000. I'm like, I got 300 right now. So that's how I got a lot of stuff off my credit. Is that a good thing or bad thing or?
Well, I'll say it like this. Now, again, this depends on how we look at credit. Right? It does damage your credit. Right? It does affect your credit. But if you don't really care about credit, then if you can do that and then work that agreement out with you, then that will work for you. Right?
Yeah, it really did.
But you do have to understand, there's two, and it goes to taxes as well. You have to understand, number one, right, it will affect your credit. Number two, whatever you didn't pay will be considered income on your tax return. So if you had a $1,000 bill, you only paid $300, $700 is considered income that you have to report.
So it's not considered settled?
It is considered settled with the creditor, but Mr. IRS says, hey, you got a freebie for $700.
It's considered anything.
Well, I don't get a big income tax, so that's probably why.
That's why I'm not judging. I've done it too. Yeah, I've done it too. But you gotta realize, they'll send you that 1098 in the mail. You'll get that. Right? You just gotta understand. If they work that out with you, you know, that, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but you have to understand what the reasons are. All right, so really quickly, I know it's a little bit past 11, if you could just give me about 10 or so minutes. Okay, all right. So, next thing you want to think about taxes. I don't know what your view is on taxes or not, but taxes really have a huge impact on your financial position. They have a huge impact. So, our tax law has changed. So, in the past, in the good old days, I was saying, I'm on film, so I can't say what I want to say. But in the past, right, there were these wonderful tax breaks, now these wonderful things for lesser income people. They're gone. And so what we, many people live their lives on refunds. They're going to be surprised this year. Because it's not going to be like what it used to be. You'll probably get some, but not like what it was in the past. For instance, things like exemptions, personal exemptions, they're all gone. Right, so for some folks, that was like a $20,000 reduction of their taxes. That's gone, right? Some of the other itemized deductions that you might have taken, they're gone, right? So things have changed. So you really have to, again, as you're doing and you're just looking at your financial picture, you can't leave out taxes. You have to think about taxes, all right? So one of the things you want to try to start understanding is how to estimate what your tax bill will be. And that's a difficult thing to do, but there are great sites out there. SmartAsset.com, you got that? You can just plop in how much you make, right? Plop in a few other things. It'll tell you this is what you should expect to pay in taxes. All right? So you want to look at those things because things have changed. You might have too much taxes taken out. Yes, question.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't know if this is a bad habit we just do at work or whatever, but when we get our bonuses and we know we're getting them, we go in and change our exempts of how,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get all our money.
Yeah, I understand.
Do that affect our taxes?
Yes.
Down the road?
Yes.
But that might be a good thing.
Because we only do it when we get ready to get our bonus,
I understand.
so we can get it all. Then we go back in, change it to zero.
Which is probably not a bad idea. But here's the thing with that. So it might be that maybe you should do it at the beginning of the year. Because here's what we do. If we have 2 months taken out, we give the government a loan. What do you think about that? So let's say you get back $5,000 in your income taxes, right? And so that they hold, the government holds $5,000 of your money for a year. Now, what could you do with that $5,000 throughout the year? So the approach of saying my withholdings probably makes sense because why should they hold on to it? And that's part of what I was talking about. What I wanted to say here is adjusting your withholdings. I want to make a point. I could be right to it. So you might have to, yes.
And I was gonna also add, when you get bonuses from a business, they tax you a whole different level. It's at a higher level that you're getting on a regular
Because your income
income.
bracket,
Yes,
tax bracket is
they
right.
tax it like
So they can make an
5%.
assumption about what your tax bracket is, because they don't know about all the other money you made.
Right.
Well, our bonus comes in our regular paycheck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. What they're saying is, so when they're taxing, they're saying, we know what your annual salary is. So we're gonna tax you based on those rates. Now that we stuck a bonus on you, you're gonna jump to the tax bracket. We're gonna tax you.
Automatic, yeah.
Right? So they don't know, they're just making assumptions. So that's why I say it's up to you. I think it's up to you to understand what you should be paying in taxes. And maybe you should have more exemptions on there. Because they're taking out too much.
Yes.
Right? Or maybe you want it that way. But I think you should at least understand how this works. Because you could use that extra money they're taking out to pay down debt. Right? You could do that. Instead of, we go out and buy furniture. Oh, it's tax time, we buy some furniture. Buy a TV, buy something, right?
Let me ask you something. Is it true that if you owe Uncle Sam too much money at the end of the year, that he charges you for that, he's like penalized?
Yes.
What
So,
you say?
what?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So what's supposed to happen is when they do withholdings, they're supposed to withhold the right amount. If you pay less than 80% by the end of the year, I think it's went up to 90 now. 80 or 90%. If you pay less than 90% of your tax bill, you'll be penalized for that. Because you're supposed to pay that right amount each withholding.
Wow.
Right? So that's what you're supposed to do.
That's amazing.
Okay. All right, so real quick, let me get out of here. I just want to show you what I do, and then we'll get out of here. So I use a budget template. This is what I created on my own. You don't have to, I just want to show you what I do. When I create a budget, things. First thing I do is every year I kind of sit down and I say, what are my payments? What are the things that have been paid for? Let me show you this next slide. Okay, so the first thing I do is I say, what are my bills? I look at all the things that I have to pay monthly. Look how this amount. I get an idea of what my monthly expenses look like. So for instance, I say, if I have a student loan that's I pay $200 a month for it, and lights are like $200, well, that might be a lot, but $150 or not $2,000, $150. All right, so I just gotta put things in there to get an idea of what I have for my monthly expenses. And then I say, all right, how much am I gonna make this year? And let's say I make $50,000, and I just make a comparison between the two. I look at them, so this number here says, here's what I make the salaries, here's what I need to have monthly. And then I compare the two, and then this right here, I adjust it for taxes. So I know that I'll pay about, 10% federal, 5% state, 2.5 the city, I have an average tax rate of 18%. So I take that out of this. So this is what I'm dealing with for the whole year, actually in my hands. And then I make a comparison to what I have to pay, right? And I say, all right, how am I doing here? How am I doing? What does the picture look like? If this number is not big enough to handle that, I got an issue. Right. Right? And I go to this anytime I want to make a new decision. So I want to do X, but I have to go back and look, okay, where am I at realistically? What's the difference between this number and that? Is it $5,000, $10,000 for the year, whatever? If I have a difference, then I can say I got extra money to use for other things. Pay down debt, save, whatever the case is. All right? So I put that, and also, if you notice here, I have a line of saving. Right? I have a line for saving. So I do a lot of saving, but I don't put it in the bank account because I know who I am. Right? So I save in places where they won't let me touch it. Right? So that's how I do my savings. But I highly recommend that you part of your budget, savings. Right?
Yes.
I'll say that again. I highly recommend that part of your budget is paying yourself. All right, whether yes.
Because, and see, my mindset is that if I have enough in savings, and say you build a good 10, 15,000 in savings, then when I want to go buy car insurance, instead of paying it month to month, I pay it off because it's cheaper.
And you get a discount.
And you get a discount.
That's
And you
right.
pay it off, and you just pay it off at that one time.
Absolutely.
Then you go back to building your savings.
Yeah.
Then any other thing that, if you look at it, and I can pay it off right now, usually you can get it cheaper.
Absolutely.
If you don't do it month to
But that's
month.
most things. Houses,
Exactly.
cars, and
Everything, so.
You can pay it off, you get it cheap.
So the savings then becomes crucial.
Absolutely. So once I've done that, once I get the assessment of the difference in here, then I go to that's kind of like my general plan. Then I go to my day-to-day. So I list out how much am I going to make. I do this weekly. I look at a weekly picture. This is what I personally do. Weekly, how much have I coming in? And I compare that to what I have. And when am I going to pay it? Because timing sometimes is key. Yeah, you may get this much in a month, but everything is due at the beginning of the month. Right? So I look at timing as well. I use this to say, okay, I get this much on each one. When am I going to pay that? When am I going to pay this? When am I going to do it? Right? Because again, if you don't do the timing right, you get late charges. Right? So timing for me is critical. So I look at it on a weekly basis. What's coming in, what's going out.
Because I had a debate with a person about the timing part. Because if you get behind in your timing, if you're a person that gets paid every 2 weeks, there's twice a year you get 3 checks.
Yes.
Instead of looking at that third check as I can buy more stuff, I can get caught up on time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's exactly what I do with this.
Right.
So I know I have another sheet where I know 10 years down the road, when's my third pay?
Right.
I do that because I'm thinking about, just like you said, how can I use this for my situation? Right now, I'm in this mode of life. I'm in savings and debt annihilation mode. Yes.
Do you have templates that you can share?
I do. I think they might, I have them and I can share them. I just wonder if they might be a little convoluted for you guys. So I will share them, but I also encourage you to go to the website as well.
Well, like the basic one, like the first one maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I can share those. I'll make sure I get the best one. Yes.
I was just gonna also say, one of the things, we have a hard time with raising people to save. And one of the things that I did was, save in a place I knew nothing about.
Yeah.
In like Chrysler
Yeah.
Auto, didn't know anybody there for the time, and it was way in Twinsburg, I had them send money to. So then when I'm not going to drive out
Right.
to Twinsburg,
Yes.
so I had them do an automatic pay
Yeah.
out
Yes.
to the credit union.
Absolutely.
And that's how I created my savings, because I wasn't gonna drive
That's
out
a
there.
great idea. That's an excellent idea. So I'll take it. Yes.
I got a question about like your retirement benefits.
Yes.
Like, I use my, retirement account to save money, to try to save as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I also wanna make sure I save money outside of that too.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't get there. What is a good thing to do to make sure you're able to do both? You know?
So I like the sister here, I like her idea where she took it directly out of her pay. It goes right to, it's a
Credit
periodic thing.
Yep.
And she put it so far away that she couldn't go to get it. I think it's a great idea. So if you do $50, $100, whatever it is a month, you do something like that, you don't even see it, you don't touch it. So I have a deferred comp kind of thing I do that with, where I can't touch that. So I've got probably about 4 or 5 of them different ones that I do. I can't touch them, I can't see them, even 1 or 2, I can't get at them. And then I have 1 or 2 that, okay, I can get at it because if I have an emergency, I need to get at it. Right, I read those all the time, that's why I don't have many of those, right? But that's, I think that's a good way to do it. But, yes,
And also with deferred comp, once you get into that, it really helps a great deal. You'll be surprised, especially when you start getting it in the mail. But I would say start off with a small amount.
Yes.
You don't have to be outrageous high. Start off with a small amount. And also, you said earlier in your statement, you believe in paying yourself. So do I. When you pay yourself,
yeah,
and then when that next payment date is due, you can still pay yourself, but then you just shove it over. You don't put that where you can use it every day.
that's right.
Because actually, what you've done, you've gotten ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
But keep it going, but don't leave it in a bill slot. Put it over to a slot of your savings.
Yeah.
Do you think CDs are good to put your money in and save, and depends on how much?
Right now, you don't get a whole lot of bang for your buck in CDs.